Okay guys, let's talk trimming baskets today. That's what we've been doing here now for a couple of weeks. I just go around the greenhouse and I'll trim what looks like it needs it and leave the others and let them grow out. And usually around the 1st of April, I like to have this job done because the new growth needs to have time to be able to come on and get some blooms going. So I'm getting kind of down to the wire here. I don't have a whole lot left to trim. But we do have some things left to trim, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you guys how and why we trim baskets. And this is something that you need to do throughout the summer, depending upon what flower you have. This one we're going to show you today on in particular is a petunia. And petunias, calibrachoas, just about any trailing plant needs to be trimmed periodically through the summer. A lot of people are scared to do that because it does kind of set the looks of it back just a bit for a few days, but it is far worth it. It pays off in the long run, so it's something that you need to do. So we're going to show you, I'll give you a little closer view here of why I trim these baskets. Okay, this is a prime example of what I don't like seeing. If you have one big old long limb sticking out of that basket like that, that really cuts back on the flowers. So what I like to do is I'll trim these, and that'll send out new growth. And where it will do that, anywhere you trim it from there back at this leaf joint is going to send out a new limb, and on that new limb is going to be flowers. So we like to get it cut back about, at this stage of the game, we'll cut it back about an inch or two from the rim of the basket, and all those limbs will send out new growth, and that'll make a much fuller basket. Now, these plants are a lot tougher than what one might think. You don't have to even be careful when you're trimming a basket back. We just cut it. We don't pay a whole lot of attention. Just kind of like giving it a haircut, and we try to do an even job. But you can see we're not real careful, and I'll cut a few of them here so you can see it in action. There's usually a few blooms left up in the top of the basket, but now all this new growth is going to come out. There's one there, if you can see it. That's a new little limb going to shoot out there. That is something that can really improve your baskets through the summer. Once that basket of flowers blooms out, gets mature and goes to seed, then a lot of times that plant thinks that it's done for the year, and it doesn't last quite as well. Now the deadheading, a lot of the new petunia varieties, deadheading is just not, you don't have to do it. If you don't like the looks of the dead blooms, you'll want to take the whole stem off, not just the flower. You take the whole stem because just behind that flower is a seed pod. If you pull that bloom off and you leave that seed pod, you've really not accomplished anything. So take the whole stem that the flower's hooked to. But it's not necessary. The new varieties, they just keep right on blooming, and about everything we carry is going to do that. So, but I'll trim a few of these baskets, and I'll let you see how that it's not nearly as sensitive as what one might think. So that makes a nice shaped round basket. It's going to come out in a lot of new lush growth. So just keep in mind, if you've always been a deadheader for getting rid of the blooms through the summer, you'd be much ahead to spend your time trimming as you would be to pulling blooms. So I just want to put this out there for you. Keep it in mind this summer when you get your basket home, and that'll help you keep a pretty basket a whole lot longer. Hey, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch up with you on the next video.